Hey there, Marty Massisso, main realtor here. Just coming at you with a pretty much a landmark class action lawsuit that has been in the works for a couple of years now, coming out of Missouri, but it's got ramifications that are going to affect every licensed real estate agent, realtor, which are different things. A realtor, you're part of the National Association, a realtor trade group, essentially. But what has happened is there was a jury decision that essentially awarded $1.8 billion in damages on the behalf of a group of sellers in a class action lawsuit. That was basically, it's kind of an indictment against the real estate industry and its practices sharing commissions and the commission structure. So if you don't know, as a real estate agent, really this video is going to be more educational for realtors. If you didn't understand that this lawsuit was pending, now it's been decided the co-broke of real estate commissions may be at its final days. Now, this may be up for appeal. The judge still has to issue a verdict, and kind of on top of the current one, where he may increase fines, reduce the damages, I should say, and he may actually specify specific rules. However, it is case law now, so certainly have a conversation with your local board of realtors attorney that's retained. They should be able to issue some guidance, because if you're a selling broker and you're sitting down with a seller and you say, Mr. Seller, you asked me what my commission was. Well, it's 6%. Traditionally, historically, the standard has been 6% or 5% for a friend and family discount, right? Um, However, and this is kind of how it's been said in the industry, half of that is going to a buyer's agent in the form of a co-broke. Because Mr. Seller, you're part of a multiple listing service, which is a basically an online network where we list properties and we cooperate with other licensed brokers. So whenever a buyer agent who has a qualified and viable, bona fide buyer brings it forward and we create a deal, we cooperate, we compensate them. You know, that is what's on trial and what has been on trial and what's going to continue to be on trial in other states soon to follow is what the plaintiff's attorney, the class action attorneys, are saying is that is collusion between a buyer agent and a seller's agent. Um, and I'm not going to have an opinion of that. I'm just here to say that is what has been decided by a jury, is that that's been decided as collusion. Um, and rules are soon to follow. There's going to be pending appeals for certain. However, do your due diligence. Speak with an attorney. If you're a seller agent, do you do business as usual, um, and hope for the best, or do you potentially face future lawsuits from sellers who say, "Well, what do you mean? I didn't have to pay 6%. I could have paid 3% to you, and the buyer agent could have just been compensated directly by the buyer." That's what this is going to come down to. Is that even though this is being marketed as a victory for consumers, what this really is coming down to is it's going to be a more expensive buying process for buyers if they're going to have to pay directly an additional closing cost to the buyer agent, which is what this is being set up as. I'm not saying rightly or wrongly either way. Perhaps I'll make another video of how I feel, what is fair. But that is what's out there right now. If you're a realtor, certainly talk with your designated broker. If you're a designated broker, talk with an attorney on retainer with your local board of realtors, because you have one, and see how this affects you today, because it affects you, even if it does, even if it's not case law in your state. That is how our judicial and legal system works. It's case law somewhere else, so it needs to be discussed. and you need to protect yourself and your agents. Thank you.